Well, hello there, world. My name is Tony, and this is TonyLiveTV. And in just a few seconds, it's going to be TonyLiveTV.com. Let's go. And here's the TonyLiveTV.com homepage. And just to give you an idea of what's going on here, this video right here explains all the tools and everything that's going on. This will be updated as tools and resources are updated. And on the left-hand side are the manuals for the R107 from the 380 SL through the 560 SL. And a nice little donate button. And that would be great if you would donate. That's what's going to keep this site going. Well, let me show you why I built this. I built it for me. Right? I built it for me, and now I'm giving it to you. Now, when you click on a model, this here's the 560 SL. Now, all the models for the 560 SL are, or I should say, all the manuals for the 560 SL are the same for all years. So you don't get an option here. But if we went to like a 450 SL, we have different versions. Don't tell me there's not a 72 450 SL. I know that. But those of you who know what that is, click it. You see how that changed right there? So it's now 611 documents found, but all years, right? So this is your year filters. And what I would do is I would always just search on all years. So if there's something that I want, like instrument, I'm working on the instrument cluster as an example, and I'll click on that instrument cluster. You see how that all filtered, and it tells me there's 8 results for all years, and it just so happens that all of them have an instrument cluster. Now what I've done here is you can right click this and save this as an image if you wish, or you can click open right here and that'll open it up as a PDF. And then you can navigate this like any other PDF document. Right now I'm running in full screen, but there's an option. Let me come out of full screen here. Right here, they'll have an option here in your browser to install this as an app. I recommend you run this as an app. And the reason is that it'll create a nice little icon on your toolbar. Keep it separate from all your tabs and everything that you got running in your browser, and everything's self-contained, nice and quick and easy. You'll see what I mean in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and run it as an app. There we go. An app has some advantages and some future things that I have coming, so you'll want to run it as an app. And you can do the same thing with an iPad. It's not going to work very good on a phone. Let's face it, these are PDF files, and they're not even real PDF. These are photocopies, basically, of microfiche. Any of you old guys out there know what I'm talking about. And so it's a photograph. There's no OCR, no character recognition, so this is it. There's no way you can search the interior of these PDF files. All you can search on are titles. This here is, again, is the 450 SL. We'll say that I was filtering on a 74. And this is the instrument cluster. And you can tell here where I found that instrument within the menu here because it eliminated those that didn't match. So you can quickly find out what manual you're in. This here's the owner's manual, instrument clusters and controls. And then there's other things like removing the instrument cluster as an example. So let's build a project. That's what this little option is over here. This was my biggest struggle, right? I would print out all these PDF documents if you could even find them. And I'm telling you right now, I've already found documents that I never even knew existed. But my trouble was organizing. So here I can do that. So this item right here, instrument cluster, let's go ahead and just add it to my 450 SL project. I can create a title for it and have notes, and I can do that right here. Or I can just bypass this entirely and let it populate its own title. And you can see what it did here is it created a title for us. Now I can rename that title. Let's call it Instrument Cluster. So there we are. And in here again, we have notes. And then I'll show you what these other options are. But this is also going to highlight that this was a 74. So when you tagged this, you had 74 highlighted. Just for reference. Now, I was mentioning there's other things here, like the removal of that. And here that is. Let me show you how the navigation here works. You can see down here, it says 1 and 2. If you're on desktop, you can just use your arrow keys. And you can go up and down as well that way, or with your mouse. You can zoom as big as you want. Now, this is something I want to show you here, is that I'm doing a special filtering. So I'm trying to enhance the image so it's better than it was originally. I'm going to add that to the project. Either a new project or this project. I'm just going to add to this project. Let's say that's the first thing that I want to do. I can actually drag and drop, or I can pin it. So now that's pinned. You can't even drag over that. You can drag pinned and you can drag unpinned, but you can't drag between them. So once pinned, it's stuck. If I pin that one, it's stuck. But again, I can drag between. But once it's unpinned, you see that? It's not going to go. All right? So it's kind of a nice way that you can drag and drop and arrange your project. So that was the removal. And here is also a removal. Two different versions. See that? This has 5 pages. We could go through it, but let's just add it to the project. Right? So now we've just created an instrument cluster project. Now there's a couple of other things we can do too. As I already mentioned, you can drag and drop and arrange your projects, but you can also import, export projects, copy this project, which I just did. You can share this project via email, right? You can, like I say, import from another project. Now this tells you that, oh, you can't import a 560 SL project into a 450 SL project. That's right. You have unlimited projects and unlimited items in a project for each model that you're working with. So if we're working with a 560 SL, which is what I'm working with most commonly, I would click on the 560 SL. And let me show you what I've got going on in here. I have projects as well. Now I have an oil change project. Yeah, this is one of a real common project that you might have. If we look at the notes, for example, my engine oil and filter. Now this is a special document. I wanted to show you this feature here. Let's say that someone shares a link with you to the manual. Before, you would just see a manual. But let's copy this. Let's say someone sent you this link, okay? Well, I should finish what I'm saying here. But this is when I did my break-in, what oil I used, and the mileage at the time of the break-in, and then after break-in, what I might be using. I also make this so you can stretch this out and you can see all your notes. What was that link for? Now, you can use that link to just paste in any browser. That'll work just fine. But also in here, it says open link. Now that open link, you can paste right into here and watch what happens. Now, the same thing would happen if you paste it in a browser, but this is a cool little feature. Before, when this happened and someone sent you a link to this document, it's like, uh-oh, I just landed on a PDF document with 31 pages. But he told me something about my vehicle, right? Well, your vehicle was on page 13, and where are we in the manual? Engine oil and filter change under the maintenance manual. So this is the maintenance, and you can see there's other maintenance items as well. And in my notes, I was just saying that the engine and oil filter for the M117 is on that page. That's what notes could come in handy for. The last project that you're working on will be populated at the top. So for example, here's another one that I would be using. I can never remember the torque on my wheels. So that's in my project. Do I rotate my front right to my left rear? You know, how do I rotate? You know what I'm getting at. And so that's kind of nice. And again, the notes make that easy as well. Let's go ahead and import a project. Now, currently, the way that you import a project, you got to create a project. So I'm going to create a new project, and I'm going to just call this instrument cluster because I've got it written right here. And I'm going to add that. I actually just want to create an empty one for right now. So I'm just going to, there's a couple ways. I could remove the individual one, or I can clear it. So now I've cleared that, but I'm going to go ahead and do an import. So here is a instrument cluster. And again, you know, these are what people could share. I could share them when I do a video, for example. Wouldn't that be nice? All the manuals that I'm talking about are, you know, are all in a right here, and you just bring it into your project. But let's grab that instrument cluster project. And there it is. Import was complete. And here it is. All in the order and everything that it was. And there it is. And you can see how I'm always showing you where you are within the menu. I think that's important. You know, it's real easy to get lost. Don't know where you are. But that's it, the same thing. You know, you can go ahead and export it the same way. You go ahead and just export it, give it a name. Doesn't matter what the name is. It's for you. This is a way that you're going to back these up. Now, while you're using the site, you know, and everything's working out great for you and you're getting things done, would you mind clicking on that donate button, you know, and choose an option? Go ahead and, you know, or pick anything. If you make it monthly, man, I'd love you for that. Another feature which I have not yet touched on, and that is videos. If you click on this, it's going to bring that video panel back in. Now in that video panel, all my videos are listed, but I will be having a searchable option. So as a matter of fact, removing the instrument cluster, as a matter of fact, I already did a video on it, right? So I already have the functionality built in to where I can tag that, and then there'll be like a little icon. You can click on it and you can grab whatever videos that are associated with that part of the manual. And it won't just be my videos. I don't have every single R107 sitting in my garage. I'm going to put other ones in different areas as well. That's the plan. Well, you know, it's past midnight. There's only, oh gosh, it's already 2:30 in the morning. I've got to publish this video and get it all going. I don't know if I've covered everything or not, but copy this link right here. You see that? Every one of these have a copy link. So I'm on page 2 right now. So if I saw something here and some guy on YouTube or Facebook, say, oh man, I can't find whatever that is, you got them covered. You click on that, you got that copy. Go ahead and send it to him any way you want. And then when he comes in here, or he can just paste it. Either way, but when that happens, it's going to open it, it's going to come right down to it, and he'll know where he's at. So did I cover everything? I don't know. Now this is a 7-page document. Now some might prefer to just open this as a PDF, which you can do and still use all the PDF controls, right? You can annotate it and all that other stuff. So, that's a handy feature, and you can also download it, right? So everything is here, always with you. My Projects allows you to organize everything and put everything together. More features to come, I guarantee it. That's Tony Live for right now. The last video that I produced currently, right now, the way that it is, will be here. And that's the way that right now it is everywhere. But like I said, I'm going to be researching videos that I feel is appropriate, and I'm going to be creating playlists, so they'll be in here. And again, the future is going to tag these whenever there's a video that I have or someone else has done that I feel is good enough for TonyLiveTV.com, then it will go here as well. Same thing. I plan on possibly adding parts to where when you click on a particular menu item or a manual item here, section, if I have parts or know of parts or something like that, I'm building that option in here as well. I don't know when all this is going to happen. And again, the only way it's going to happen is by you clicking this donate button. You really need to click that donate button for me in order to make this sustainable. Well, if you guys have any questions, you know where to get a hold of me. Thanks again for watching.